It means one who is pure luminosity, a person that is luminous, the brightness, the goodness. The brightness does not necessarily refer to the brightness of light. In my lifetime, the soul's travel could travel many travels. The soul will be the same, and who is dwelling inside the soul? It's the God. He is that. He is the Maha Ishwaram, the Supreme Lord. He is the cause of conception, and he is also that which is being consumed. And these stories are about each of the avatars of the God. And I'm going to take about a little bit of a story here. A small child, and he is playing in mud. Mother is Yashoda. He is simply, blissfully unaware. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Shri Ram. Welcome back to the Clay Studios oil painting vlog number 16 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. This is a painting that follows the principle of Calligram or Micrography to paint the names of 1000 names of Sri Vishnu in the form of art. And as I'm going through this process, I'm also trying to understand the meanings along with you, enjoying this weekly vlog system where I'm sharing 10 names and their meanings, and not just the meanings. I'm also trying to take the help of some nice storylines from Sanatana Dharma and also from Srimad Bhagavad Gita to connect the dots and have a little more of understanding. It's going to be 10 more names. 141 to 150. We are going to reach 150. That's good. Then we will also look at a word called beneficiary from the context of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, of course. This is going to be a very interesting storyline, because I'm also going to take you through another story about Sri Krishna when he was a kid. So it's going to be a really jolly episode. So let's also bring in kids into this episode. If you are having one nearby, the last part will be very interesting for them. So let's jump into the 10 names and their meanings first, starting with 141st name, which is Om Prajishnave Namaha. It means one who is pure luminosity, a person that is luminous, the brightness, the goodness. The brightness does not necessarily refer to the brightness of light. It's also the brightness that illuminates your mind in a way that you feel light, you feel totally ready to be taking on what is coming up in your life. So that luminosity, that light in yourself, in your within, is also him. So he is pure luminosity. 142nd name is Om Bhojanaya Namaha. Maya or Prakriti is called Bhojanam. Yeah, Bhojanam also refers to something that is being consumed in a manner, but here in this context, this is also very closely attached to that meaning. Prakriti or Maya is called Bhojanam, or what is being enjoyed by the Lord himself. The 143rd name is Om Bhoktre Namaha, which means the Purusha, enjoys the Prakriti. He is called the enjoyer or the Bhokta. Yeah. So this is the word that we are going to discuss in a great detail in a short while from now. But however, here the Bhojanam, that is enjoyed by the Lord, the Maya or Prakriti that is enjoyed by the Lord, he is also the Purusha. So he is also the enjoyer of this that is being consumed. So he is consumer. He is also the material that is consumed. We're going to debate that in a short while from now. Let's move on to the 144th name. Om Sahishnave Namaha. This means as he suppresses Asuras like Hiranyaksha, he is a Sahishnu. So this is the personality in him to suppress something negative, suppress something that is causing ill effect, can we say. So we are talking about the personality that is within us when we talked about the light within us. So the luminosity is also going to do what? It's also going to suppress anything dark. Can we understand from that context? 145th name is Om Jagadadi Jaya Namaha. One who manifested as Hiranyagarbha by himself at the beginning of the creation. We talked about this. We also call this Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. That's what we see in the painting here. The Garbhodakshayi Vishnu is also called Hiranyagarbha. The word Garbha essentially means the womb, and here he is being the person that is beginning the creation of. We also talked about it a little bit, I think, in one of the videos, that you can also refer it as to the beginning, the Big Bang, and such is the one that has manifested this creation. 146th name is Om Anaghaya Namaha. It means the sinless one. Why is he sinless? We talked about something called action in inaction and inaction in action in the previous video, and that has something to do with this as well. So he's the one that is the cause and effect. He is creating everything to play, but he will not be the one that is taking all the sins or the negativities, because he has to be having what it is, the detached attachment towards his own beings. So he being the sinless one, therefore. 147th name is Om Vijayaya Namaha. This means one who has mastery over the whole universe by virtue of his 6 special excellences, that is like omnipotence, omniscience and such. So with all his specialities, he is able to be this master of this universe, because he is able to drive every action, yet be a participant, be a witness of it. We looked at this also in some of the videos. He is the witness. He is making us act. He is also trying to give us some rewards in terms of some kind of happiness that we are looking forward to whenever we need to. Why? When we do something that is dharma. When we try to uphold dharma and we are doing less of adharma, he is also doing this assessment. So if he is able to do all that, he has to be a person that is also detached to watch everything happen and give us the grade. It's a very simple method where, in a school system, a teacher is there to help you learn something, and he or she is going through the whole process with you to make sure you learn something from him or her. But at the end of the game, when the final examination happens, he or she will not be involved, may not be involved, because your ultimate examiner, the person who is correcting your paper, could be somebody different, and the result could definitely depend upon the merits and the demerits that you have achieved through the year of learning, isn't it? So that's a very simple example that I could figure out. So with that, let's move on to the 148th name, which is Om Jetre Namaha. This means one who is naturally victorious over beings, that is superior of all beings. I think this is all connecting to the same line of understanding, line of wisdom. 149th name is Om Vishwayonaye Namaha. The source of the universe is what it means. Om Vishwayonaye Namaha. Source of the universe, of course, we looked at the Hiranyagarbha or Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. 158th name is Om Punarvasave Namaha. Punar is something, relating to again. Punarvasave Namaha refers to one who dwells again and again in the bodies of the jivas. When we talk about the soul is deathless. The soul could take different forms. I could take a form of an animal today, or another person, human being tomorrow, or a tree in the third day. Not in every day, but then in my lifetime the soul's could travel many travels and could have many births or many different forms that you can see with your eyes, but the soul will be the same. And who is dwelling inside the soul? It's the God. With that, we come to the end of this 10 names and their meanings. But we are going to look at this Bhoktre, Bhojanaya, this Prakruti, the Purusha, what is being consumed, and so on, in a little more detail with the help of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So I'm going to go into Canto number 5, verse 29. This is almost the end of this canto, so it's like a summary of the canto. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maha ishwaram sugrdam sarvabhutanam jantva mam shantim rachati. This means Bhoktaram, the beneficiary. This is what we are going to talk about. He is the beneficiary. Yajna, of sacrifices, tapasam, and the penances and austerities, sarvaloka, of all the planets and the demigods thereof. So whatever sacrifices, penances, austerities are being done for either for him, or in the name of him, or for the demigods or anybody else, he is the beneficiary. Okay, why is that? He is the Maha Ishwaram, the Supreme Lord. Suhudam, benefactor. Sarva, definitely of all. Bhutanam, of all the living entities. Jantva, thus knowing. Janami, aham janami, meaning I am knowing. So here Jantva refers to thus knowing. Mam, me, refers to him, not me. Shantam, relief from material pangs. Rachati, one achieves relief from material pangs. Let's look at the meaning in English. Referring himself as the final partaker of all sacrifices and austerities, the great Lord of the world, selfless friend of all, my devotee attains abiding peace. So, I am your best wisher and not an autocratic ruler. He wants to put that in, because these words from now, I think we have looked at enough names, and that also may tend to give you a feeling, oh, is he dominant? Is he saying that he is supreme? There's nobody above him? It all gives you that kind of meaning, that should we feel that it's an autocratic ruler? The answer is no, because he is the one that is being in a very nice way. It means that he is the means of consumption. He is the cause of consumption, and he is also that which is being consumed. Means, cause, and also that which is being consumed. This is a very subtle meaning, because if he is also going to be with you in every single process, going through trouble and going through those hard times along with you, along with your soul, and traveling all the time with you, he will not be a He cannot be an autocratic, and that's exactly what he's trying to say. And for this, of course, we are going to go into a nice storyline. This is from Srimad Bhagavadam. This is not Bhagavad Gita, this is from Srimad Bhagavadam. I actually started understanding Bhagavadam first and then ended up here. So Srimad Bhagavadam is a set of, just like these verses from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, can we say this is relating to the war. Yeah. So this is a moment where the war has happened, everything is done with, and Bhagavatam actually kicks in after the after the war. I think it is like a medicine, and war definitely creates a lot of negativity. To mull that down, there was this Bhagavatam. This is my understanding to it. Bhagavatam covers a lot of storylines, so it's even more easier to understand, and that's where I started my journey many years ago. And these stories are about each of the avatars of the god, and I'm going to take about a little bit of a story here from the scene where Krishna himself is the god, is born as a small child, and he is playing in mud. Mother is Yashoda. She is simply blissfully unaware that she has the Lord God himself born as a child, but she is being the mother. Of course, mothers have all the rights, isn't it? Mother will be the mother, doesn't matter whether it's a mother of a god. Yeah. So she is now getting some sound coming from the play area. The kids are running to the mother and complaining, "Baby Krishna, you know what he is doing? He's eating mud." She has to run now because the kid is eating mud. Huh? So she runs and asks Krishna, "Did you eat mud?" He said, "No, I did not." "No, everybody is seeing that you have eaten mud and they have come and told me that. So have you eaten mud? Are you lying to me?" Everything he says, no, no, no. It looks like Johnny, yes, Papa. Eating sugar, no, Papa. So it is like that. But yeah, Krishna says, "No, I did not do it." He did not lie because according to him, what he ate is also him. He has consumed himself. So he didn't. For him, there is no difference between the body and the material that is being claimed to have been consumed by him. So he says no. According to him, he's not lying. According to the mother, he might be lying. So open your mouth. The ha 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 doesn't happen. He opens the mouth. What does she see? She sees the world. In the mouth of the little child, she sees the world. She sees everything. She sees the world. She sees the whole city. She sees the exact location where her home is. She sees the garden. She sees herself inside it. And she sees a kid inside opening the mouth. And within that, again, these things are repeated. It's like a, continuum in loop. She's seeing this. This is very much connecting to what Arjuna got to see in, that was another part of it. It's not so beautiful. He saw war because he wanted to see that. Remember, he saw war. And he asked, what did he ask Krishna? He asked, "Show me who you are." So he was shown what he wanted to see. Here, Mother Yashoda also asked, "Show me your mouth." What was she looking for? She was looking for mud. Here you go, I'll show you what you want. He showed the means of consumption, the cause of consumption, and that which is being consumed. So she got a vision of in loop of everything in the cosmos in a different version. So maybe this helps to understand why he is the beneficiary but not necessarily an autocratic. I hope you have found this interesting. I hope your children have found this part very interesting. There are more interesting stories coming up in the next videos. With that, I would definitely wish you to stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, stay motivated. Thank you.